What's going on, guys? In this video, I will show you how to start a t-shirt business if you're on a budget with a Cricut machine and an iron. I will show you how to get designs made, how to cut them with the machine, how to weed them, how to layer and finish your shirt, how to start a business, and more. We have a lot to cover in this video. Let's get right into it. Before we begin, I want to ask you guys for a huge favor, and that's to hit the like button. I know it seems like a small thing, but it's very important for my channel, and it helps grow my channel. So if you guys can do that for me, I would really appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Alright guys, let's begin. First, let's talk about everything that we will need to make these shirts. The first thing that you will need is blank t-shirts. You can get wholesale t-shirts from a site called jiffyshirts.com. Anyone can buy shirts from this website. The shirts that we're going to be using for this video will cost around $3 each. You're going to need a Cricut machine. This machine costs around $200 on Amazon. You're going to need an iron. You can get one for around $20. And you will also need vinyl sheets. You can get vinyl sheets for cheap. And you're also going to need a weeding tool and heat transfer tape. I'm going to leave a link to all of these items in the description under the video. First, let's get our design. We're going to make the Chicago Bulls Jordan jersey. I didn't want to remake this design, so I quickly got a few pictures online. We have the Bulls logo and we have the 23 logo. The quality isn't perfect, but it will still get the job done even though these aren't the highest quality pictures. The first thing that we have to do is download the Cricut Design Space software. Let's download the Cricut Design Space software. This software is free. Type in Cricut Design Space into Google and download the software. Alright guys, so we're going to open up the Design Space software. We're going to click on Upload Image and upload our first file. And here's the file right here. It's our Bulls text. Now you will have three choices: simple, moderately complex, and complex. Since this is a very simple design, we're going to click on Simple and click Continue. So right here, we only want the Bulls logo to show. We need to erase the background. Click on the Magic Wand tool and start erasing the background. Erase everything but the Bulls logo. And we're also going to erase the red lines. So after we erase the red lines, you guys can see there's some very thin black lines. We have to erase these as well. Click on the Erase tool and manually erase these. Alright guys, now we have everything erased. Go ahead and click Apply and Continue. Select Cut Image, and this is going to be our white layer. So rename this to white. Click Upload, and here you guys see the layer popped up right here. Now we have to do this for the red and black layer as well. Click Upload Image. Again, select our file. Again, click Simple. Click Continue. And now we're going to do our black layer. Again, delete the entire background. So here we have everything deleted. And now we're going to delete all the colors besides black. So go ahead and delete the whites. And now we're going to delete all the red. And here we have our black layer. Click Apply and Continue. Select Cut Image. Rename this to black. And click Upload. And so right here we have our black layer. And right here we have our white layer. Now let's do our last layer, which is red. Again, click Simple. Click Continue. Delete the entire background. Delete all the whites. And now delete all the black colors. And so right here we have our red layer. Click Apply, select Cut Image, rename it to red, click Upload. And here we have our three layers: red, black, and white. We're going to select all these three layers and click Add to Canvas. Select the white layer, select white color, select the black layer, it's already on black, and select the red layer and make it red. Make sure the white layer is all the way on the bottom. And now go ahead and align the layers to make sure everything fits perfectly. And as you guys can see, everything is perfect. Click Make It, mirror all the images, and go ahead, click Continue. Now that everything is ready, it's time to cut our vinyls. The Cricut machine is going to come with a cutting mat. Go ahead and take the plastic off the mat. For this shirt, we will need red, white, and black vinyl. We're going to cut our first color, which is the white base layer. Take the white sheet and align it glossy side down on the mat. Insert it into the machine, and the first button will light up. Press it and the machine will pull in the mat. Then when the C button lights up, press the button and the machine will start cutting. It will take about 30 seconds to cut each sheet. The more detail, the longer it will take to cut. Since these are very simple designs, cutting is super fast. After the machine is done cutting, it will push out the mat and again press the first button. Take the mat out and peel off the vinyl. Now we're going to do the exact same thing with our next color, which is black. Select the color, mirror the image, and cut it again. Press cut and the machine will start cutting again. And now we're going to do our last color, which is going to be red. Again, don't forget to mirror everything and start cutting. And now we're going to do the exact same thing with the numbers. And the next part is to weed out the vinyl. We're going to weed out the parts that we don't need. So the first vinyl that we're going to weed is the Bulls letters white color. Take the weeding tool and start weeding out the letters. I know this seems like a tedious process, but trust me, once you get the hang of this, it's super easy and fast. So right here we have our first layer, it's fully weeded and finished. And now we're going to do our next color. Go ahead and weed everything out. And here we have our black layer. Weeding is super easy and it's almost impossible to mess it up. And now let's weed out the red layer, and here's the finished vinyl. Now we're going to do the exact same thing for our numbers. First, we're going to weed out our white base layer, then we're going to do the black vinyl, and then the red vinyl. And here we have all of our finished sheets. As you guys see, everything came out perfect. And the next thing that we have to do is press these onto a t-shirt. Now I strongly suggest that you guys use a heat press to do this. If you use a heat press machine, the results will be much better and the shirt will last a lot longer. But since this video is how to make t-shirts on a very tight budget, we're going to use a regular $20 iron. Before we iron on the vinyl, we have to iron the shirt and make sure it's flat and also to get any moisture out. This will ensure the vinyl doesn't come off. Go ahead and iron your shirt, and we're going to take our first layer, which is the base white layer, and align it evenly on the shirt. Once it's aligned, the vinyl is sticky so it won't really move around. Go ahead and place the parchment paper over it. This parchment paper right here came with our vinyls, and you can reuse parchment paper unlimited amounts of times. We're going to put our iron on max and press on the vinyls. Be sure to press very hard for at least a minute. Once you're done pressing, give it about a minute to completely cool off. Once it's cooled off, go ahead and slowly peel off the plastic layer. And as you guys can see, everything came out perfect. And now we're going to do the exact same thing with the numbers. Align them perfectly on the t-shirt and press on the vinyl so it sticks to the shirt. Take the iron and press for about a minute. Make sure you do a very tight press. Let it cool off and go ahead and peel again. And so our white base layer is finished. Now let's go ahead and add our second layer, which is going to be the black layer. Place the black letters carefully on top of the white layer and make sure you take your time and do a good job aligning it so it's straight. You can move parts of the shirt around to make sure you get it perfect. Do this letter by letter until the black sits perfectly on top of the white. Once that's done, press on it so it sticks, and you can even use some heat transfer tape to secure it and make sure it doesn't move around. Place parchment paper over the vinyl, press with the iron, let it cool off, and then start peeling. After you're done peeling, it's time to do the same thing with the numbers. Place the black vinyl carefully on top of the white numbers and press on it so it sticks. Press with the iron, let it cool off, and peel it off. And now we're going to do our last layer, which is going to be red. Again, carefully place everything and move parts of the shirt around until you get it perfect letter by letter. Go ahead and press and peel. And now let's do our last red layer on the numbers. Go ahead and align it, press and peel again. And our shirt is almost done. We have one more thing to do, and that's to add a gold NBA logo to the shirt. Go ahead and Google the PNG file for the NBA logo. We're going to cut it out with a Cricut machine and press it onto the t-shirt. And now our shirt is finished. And here's the shirt right here. Alright guys, now here's the thing. The Chicago Bulls logo along with the numbers are trademarked, and the NBA logo is obviously property of the NBA, so you cannot sell shirts like this. This is just an example of how to make shirts. You can easily make all kinds of shirts with the Cricut machine. You cannot sell any kind of t-shirts that have trademarks on them. Let me show you guys an example. So right here we have a website that sells t-shirts that match sneakers. Every time a new pair of retro Air Jordans come out, this website makes a bunch of t-shirts to match the sneakers. And as you can see, the majority of these shirts you can easily make with a Cricut machine. Most of the shirts on this website don't have any trademarks, so they're perfectly legal to sell. You can buy blank t-shirts for under $3 each, and you can also buy wholesale vinyl on Alibaba for around 10 cents a sheet. So you can easily make t-shirts like this for under $5 a shirt, and you can easily sell them online for around $15. Let me show you guys another example. For the second example, we have a bunch of people selling these types of shirts on Etsy. And just so you guys can see I'm not making any of this up, you can see yourself these sellers are getting a bunch of sales. Just look under Etsy sales history. Obviously, there are a ton of different niches you guys can do this with, and not just sneakers. The key to getting sales is to be creative and make your own designs, and not just download a bunch of random designs and try to resell them like everyone else. If you do that, you won't get any sales and you won't make any money. Again, I suggest you guys get a heat press once you get the hang of things. This will really make your shirts much higher quality. And by the way, you can even get a used Cricut machine and a used heat press for less than $300 on Amazon. But I suggest getting everything new. Also, a Cricut machine is a great investment even if you move on to better gear like sublimation and DTF printing, because you can always make unique shirts such as metallic shirts with a Cricut machine. So it's always going to be something that's useful. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments below. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.